What's up, guys? Today I'm back doing a really special video. This time I'm doing my Avengers Endgame custom minifigures. Now I'm going to be splitting this into different parts, because if I was to showcase all the minifigures I've made for this movie, it would be like a really long showcase. It would be like 27 minutes. So for this video I have Captain America, Iron Man and Black Widow. And so yeah, let's get a better look at these three. So starting off with Captain America in his Scales outfit, this minifigure was actually really cool to make, because I never thought I'd actually get the chance to make him. I was just going to go for making the Quantum Realm suits originally, but I decided I'd make the Scales suit this time around, as he looks like he's going to be wearing it in the movie, and it's not just based off of concept art or anything. So I went for it, and unfortunately, LEGO could not make their own Scales outfit because they made every Avenger, aside from Rocket Raccoon and Hulk, and Captain Marvel as well, in their Quantum Realm suits. So I had to do this minifigure myself and use LEGO's helmet because I do like it. Aside from the back, I mean, it's still quite inaccurate, but I think the sides and front, basically from this angle, are really good. And I used LEGO's shield by brightening up the red and the white. And the torsos, I think it was an Age of Ultron torso as a base, and I just added all the scales and repainted the star, repainted the white section down here, and also painted his arms as well. And he also has extended legs because of the little piece in the middle there. And I can't find what that piece was originally. It's like this tail piece, but not Rocket Raccoon's tail that I used. It was like one of these tails, and I just chopped this off the belt piece and used it by painting it blue. And it does stand out a little bit. Oh yeah, I painted it white on the back of the torso as well. But even though it's not that great from the back, like when you see the extended piece, it still gets the job done. And here's his legs, by the way. I can't remember if it wraps around. Oh, it doesn't. And his boots were a mix of grey and brown, and that was a really cool colour to get because it actually looks pretty accurate. And he has the fingerless gloves fully painted onto brown hands, obviously, and the same thing on this side as well. You can kind of see it in there somewhere. And his side leg detail, the red line there, and also hidden behind there is a red line. You see that little red line there? That's there, hidden behind the shield. So yeah, other than that, the face was a regular face. I forget who's inside out as a base. I erased everything except for the eyes, repainted the mouth, and gave him a chin strap as well. And this minifigure turned out to be really cool. So yeah, let's move on to Iron Man. So next up, here is the Iron Man Mark 85 outfit. And one thing you may be able to notice at the moment is, I'm just going to start off with the shoulder pad things. There's one on this arm which was sculpted on, but the one on this arm just fell off, and I have no idea where it went. Like, the one on this arm, it's just kind of gone. So, that kind of sucks. I don't know where the other shoulder pad went. I just thought I should mention that quickly. But getting on to the rest of the figure. The helmet was from LEGO, LEGO's actual sets, and I painted grey around all four sides of it, and added some red highlights as well onto it as well, in the top middle, right there, and also on both sides of the helmet as well, next to the grey lines. His torso is a sculpted section, and I took inspiration from Michael GF's version of his Mark 50 by sculpting this little portion on the torso, and I think that looks really good. And then the rest of the design is painted. It's not exactly all lined up properly on the torso, but it gets the job done. And this arm, like I said, fully painted. Well, it basically is, if I haven't yet said it. The legs were inspired by LEGO's Mark 50, and I think they turned out pretty good, especially around to the back, even though it's a bit under-detailed, especially on the back of the torso. I actually used a lot of reference from the back of Mark 85. and this is what I managed to get. So, yeah, I did try with the back of the torso, honestly. And before I forget, the head underneath is the regular Robert Downey Jr. head, and my stand is breaking, I don't know why. So just a regular Robert Downey Jr. head with the neck painted, and also HUD. I'm going to display him with this face, actually. So, yeah. And another thing that I don't want to forget about is, I made this alternative arm for him, where he's firing his repulsors, or wherever they are. So you can put him like this position or something, or like this. And it kind of looks like he's firing something out of his hand. So I just basically found this broken hand that I've had for a while. I've no idea whose hand it was originally. Probably an Iron Man hand before. But I just took that and thought, looks like Iron Man to me when he's firing his repulsor. And other than that, it's the same design on the previous arm that I just shown you. So not much else to say about that. It still has the shoulder pad as well, luckily. Whereas the other arm doesn't. But other than that, that's basically it for Iron Man. And let's get a better look at Black Widow. So, next up is Black Widow. I just realised I'd done that whole thing. I was going to pause at that point, like, to change characters, but I guess, you know, that happened. But either way, the head was a Tina Goldstein head, which I just erased the majority of the mouth, but not all the mouth, because it kind of looks like a smile. And yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And then she has the Superman hairpiece from the Man of Steel sets. I just literally cut off the curl and sculpted a fringe and sculpted a ponytail, and that's what I did for that, and I think it turned out pretty good. I actually painted the ends of that in like a tan colour. And the torso is probably, like, the torso and arms are probably my favourite part of the minifigure. So these arms, I don't know what material they're made out of, but I just picked them up here. The arms were made out of like this material, this material. I just found that in like my living room at some point on some day in the past, and decided that actually looked pretty good for Black Widow's gauntlet things. So I took it and glued it around the arm, like both arms. And yeah, I actually painted it up as well to make it look like this, and I'm really happy with the end result. So I do love how these gauntlets turned out. So the torso and arms are my favourite part of this minifigure. And she has the fingerless gloves painting the skin tone, as you can tell. And this is really irritating me at the moment, this bit of paint sticking out of her left hand. Like, you can see that there, it's just sticking out a bit. Her legs are fully painted as well, with like the belt on there, like on the hip piece. And unfortunately her legs are very loose, like, that's how loose they are. And especially if I was to pick her up, like, look how loose these legs are. So, when putting on this stand, you have to be really careful. Even though I don't sell my minifigures, I just want to say you have to be really careful with this, either way. And so, there's the back of her torso as well, like, not much to see. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Black Widow. I painted the skin tone on her torso as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up this showcase. Alright guys, that is it for my Avengers Endgame showcase part 1. And I think the next showcase will feature like characters like Hawkeye and Thanos and Rocket Raccoon. So we'll see who's in the next part, but I'm so excited for this movie, because as I'm going to go and see it on Sunday, by the time you're watching this video, I just really want to actually see how this all ends, because Infinity War was really good, but this movie definitely probably top, like, Infinity War, I think, because, you know, it'll probably get, like, more, like, better ratings and stuff, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm so excited for this, and could not wait to actually, you know, talk about the movie afterwards, I think. So I'm telling you, like, after I have these showcases go up, I think I will do a vlog when I'm going to watch the film. Same thing that I done with Lego Movie 2, actually. So I'm going to basically be vlogging to watch the film as well, if you know what I mean. I'll just be going that, I'll just be you know, if you watch my Lego Movie 2 video, then you'll understand what I'm going to be doing for Endgame. I'll be doing the exact same thing when going to watch the film, so yeah, you can look forward to that after these showcases. And other than that, I don't have much else to add. That's basically it for this part 1 showcase, and I'll catch you guys in part 2. So peace.